If you've watched this channel even a little bit, you know how much I talk about Oceanmaster and Nightwing. Now I've got Bloodsport, and he, to me, might be just as good as the other three. This is the first, so forgive me if it's a little bit bumpy, trios video that I'm doing where I'm going to discuss why these three work so well together and how their kits go together. So let's get to the video.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Ravi here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, I'm trying to do a trio series, basically. And in this series, what I'm trying to do is illustrate for different characters, like the next one, which is going to be a shout out to, I think it's Enzo, who gave us that. It's going to be Sinestro, Grodd, and Raven. I'm going to try to go through, create a series of videos that explain why three characters work well together. The first one is going to be Block. These three characters are amazing. I've talked about them way too much. You're probably going to see some stuff that I've already discussed, so forgive me. I love them too much. They're so much fun to play with. This is my thing. I love them. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you why the key to this trios, to me at least, is Oceanmaster. Albeit Bloodsport has shown himself to be kind of not like a wild card necessarily, but he kind of does what I'm looking for from Oceanmaster and from Nightwing in some aspects. So first, we're going to go into Oceanmaster's kit to show you what part of it is really helping the synergy out. And so, here. When an ally blocks an attack, Oceanmaster will launch one counterattack at the damage dealer. So whoever deals the damage, he's going to launch an attack at them if an ally blocks it. Gain 10% chance to deal an additional Additional counter attacks can only happen 3 times per round. That doesn't seem like a lot. It ends up being a ton of attacks. Chance for additional counter attacks increases to 20%. So counter. Additionally gains 1 move to attack the damage dealer. Counter uses basic attack by default unless otherwise specified. Blocking an attack reduces damage by the defender's block amount. So you can have block but no block amount, which means you're blocking but you're not blocking anything, which is just a weird concept, but it makes sense. Physical damage is reduced by a further 20%. Now this, actually I didn't even realize, might come in handy given the new season that's coming up, which is the season of Peacemaker. They're introducing physical damage things. Oh, and I hope this isn't nerfed, but they're introducing some physical damage things. This block, physical damage is reduced by a further 20%. Will probably do well in that season. Now let's go to his basic attack, because this is what happens when he does counter. So you're dealing damage, physical damage, and applies 1 stack of weaken for 3 turns. The damage is additional 90%. The thing that makes this basic actually really amazing is the weaken. If you're counterattacking for another 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks based on 1 attack that happened on an ally, then you're putting out a ton of weaken. This gets displayed. I'm going to show you like a specific example, which you guys have probably seen in the Bloodsport video, but I like it. I like watching it. It's cool. But you'll see a bunch of weaken go out on your enemy, which by another part of his kit makes it very, very good for a different reason. However, it also lends itself to they just don't hit you. They hit so soft once they have 15 weaken stacked on top of them. The advanced attack grants 50% chance and 50% block amount to the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn, which, truth be told, looms large and is especially helpful for Nightwing, who's going to be running as the tank here. We want damage to go towards him. So when he does hit below 50%, which I guess where I am right now doesn't happen too often, but no, it happens, then it's making him a little bit thicker, a little bit tankier, giving my kid Flash, or someone, a chance to give him some heals. Grants block and block amount bonuses to 2 allies with the lowest HP. Awesome. And then finally, this is where it all like comes together for me. For every stack of weaken an enemy has, add 1 stack of bleed for 2 turns. Add 1 stack of weaken for 2 turns to each enemy with no stacks of weaken. And then bleed stacks increase to 2 because I have him at rank 8 right now. I cannot wait until I get him to rank 10 so that the bleed stay on for 3 turns. That is going to be incredible. Now, so what you want from anyone to go along with him is someone that blocks and someone that puts out weaken, because if you do have like weaken out there, then it's going to put out more bleeds. So you do want those two things. Now we move on to Nightwing. Nightwing, all he wants to do is block. We'll come back over here first. Increases block by 20%. When he blocks for the first time, he gains 1 stack of shelter. Shelter damage decreases damage taken for the next attack by 50%. It's only for the first time though, which is kind of, but block increases by 25% instead. Block increases to 30% instead. So you have a 30% chance to block just based off of his passive. Now, when he does block, this is, well, unique to him, meaning it's a benefit for the whole team, but this isn't benefiting Oceanmaster per se. When taking damage, has a 10% chance to shock the damage dealer with electricity, dealing superpower damage equal to 70% of attack. This is why when you go after Nightwing in like PvE modes and he's one of those mini bosses, it's so hard to get past him because when you hit him, he hits back. He's automatically hitting back. If the damage is blocked, the chance of triggering increases to 60%. That's awesome. Damage increases to 80%, and then chances increases to another 80%. So Oceanmaster wants somebody to block. He doesn't just block, he blocks very, very well. This attack isn't really necessary because I don't really use Nightwing for the attack. I need him to stand there and block. And then this, which is nice, attacks the enemy with the highest attack, which is very obnoxious actually when you're facing him in PvE. And you have a Wonder Woman that you want to wipe out the whole squad, but then he immediately runs out and, well, stuns her. Each dealing damage equal to 53% of attack, 60% chance to inflict stun on the target for 2 turns. Front row allies gain 1 firm stand. For each type of buff he has, chance of stun increases by 10%. Run with the Zatanna, who's putting Frantic out there on him, you're increasing his chance to actually stun. So that's not really, I mean, it's part of his kit, but that's not really what's helping with this whole synergy thing. Now, I just did Oceanmaster, Bloodsport's guide, I want to say yesterday. Had him for like a week and a half, and I went from liking him to absolutely loving him. Increases block by 20%. So the block that's on him is increased by 20%. Every 7 times your team blocks an attack, reduces Bloodsport's advanced skill cooldown by 1. Now, as you go up in the ranks, it is block rate increases to 25%, and then that cooldown, it only takes 6 blocks. Then you go up to 30% of chance to block, plus the advanced attack cooldown is reduced after 5 blocks. This happens at rank 8. It makes a huge difference because this unlocks him a lot. And this is where this is part of like the whole, he has as much of a benefit as Oceanmaster, not as much, but very much the second tier of Oceanmaster in terms of like controlling the other side. He's going to put out weaken on anyone that's a DPS. So that way when they do try to hit, it's going to be softer. There's going to be weaken out there already, but the real thing, the thing that I really, really like is the silence that he's going to put out on support characters. Up top, when he does the tank, I didn't really go to it because it's just increased damage. But here, you're going to put silence out on support characters, so that's stopping any of your Zatannas, Kid Flashes, Black Canaries from healing because they'll have silence on them. So this part of the kit, if I get to this advanced attack very, very quickly, then he's going to be doing this advanced attack constantly. Next, this is putting out weaken, which does help benefit when you're putting out the weaken. It's going to help put out bleeds for Oceanmaster. So he's putting out weaken on his basic. However, the way that I'm running him, he rarely gets to use his basic. This weaken here is going to be a little bit more valuable because it's going to actually happen. This one is valuable if you're not getting as many blocks out there, but the way that I'm constructing the team, hopefully he's only using his advanced attack. And then next, grants 100% chance to block. Now this is the one where I had this kind of funky, very specific niche team built so that this would go out before Flash would do anything. And I'm going to show that here because I like showing that. It's awesome. Grants 100% chance to block to the entire team until after the next block. Bloodsport counters with his advanced attack without chaining. So he's going to counter. Oh, guess what? There's 100% block chance. Remember that dude Oceanmaster was telling you about? That guy's going to counter too. The way that I've set this up is also that, and I don't know how to say this. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Hopefully I can explain it correctly. This block chance is for the entire attack. So if you have DCU Superman, who's hitting you 8 times on his ultimate, it's going to be 8 blocked shots. Now for him, that doesn't make much of a difference. For Oceanmaster, it makes a huge difference because that goes from him having to counter 1 time to him countering 8 times. So this block chance here does take into account each attack, and you're blocking each attack for that hero's or that enemy's turn. Once all those blocks have been collected, Oceanmaster goes nuts. So that is how this trio works very, very well together. I think I can do it here. Let's see. If it doesn't work, I mean, it's gonna show up here. You'll see what happens. If it doesn't show it too much, I'll also go show it on Flash, and then I'll call it a video. Let's see. Let's put out Zatanna, because she adds crit. If Oceanmaster's doing a bunch of attacks, I do have Oceanmaster in an attack set because the bleeds for Oceanmaster are based off of his attack. If he's putting out that much weaken and then he's using his ultimate, he's gonna put out that many bleeds. So all those bleeds having a high attack means those bleeds do a lot more damage. I did have him in a crit set before. Well, there's a crit set. It's 2 attack and 1 crit. I did have him in 2 crit and 1 attack because all of those counter attacks that he does, they do have the ability to crit. So I could see you doing the crit as well. I think both are good. I can't remember. I think with oh, and I did make a mistake in the guide. Well, mistake is a strong word, but I do recommend now having 4 attack on Bloodsport with 2 block. The 2 block is because it helps out with him blocking for Oceanmaster to pop off if he takes damage. But then also these attacks here, if he's getting into his advanced attack a lot and he's doing that a lot, then I do want to have higher attack on him. And then, I mean, Nightwing's kind of obvious. You put 2, just have 2 block sets on him. Everything else is like secondary. Everything else is just extra. I wonder if I can fight it this way. And that might be a bit too airy. Let's go ahead and put Kid Flash out there. This team synergy, all deployed allies attack, HP, defense, plus 9%. Every 4 times your team blocks an attack, increase attack for all allies by 4% of maximum to 30. So, every 4 times, you'll see when I do the Flash thing. You'll see when I do the Flash thing. All right, so I want Bloodsport to go forward first because I want those shields to go out first and then have the attack happen. Then I want Oceanmaster to go. His ultimate will then put out bleeds because hopefully they will have already had a bunch of weaken put on them. Nightwing, I mean, his stun is nice and everything. I'll leave that there, and then Kid Flash is for the heals, and then Zatanna's there. She's there mostly for the speed, actually, and the frantic to help them hit harder. So, let's go. Did it skip battle? I thought it was supposed to. I thought it was. What did? Oh, and I won. Oops. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was a good explanation of trios. Let me know if you like this kind of content. Just to be sure that it's explained clearly. Let's go to the Flash thing. In case you haven't seen it, even if you have seen it, it's still cool. I still like it. Boop, boop. It's still fun to me. So we'll end on this. We will take out Sinestro. You can run basically anybody, honestly. But Zatanna's Frantics helps us with the crit chance and kind of makes up for the fact that Oceanmaster is not in a crit set. So he's going to be doing all those extra attacks with... they're really strong. I would rather her die than them. So all those extra attacks will have crit on them. So, bang, 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 bang. All right, so this is what I'll show. The people on my stream have seen this 100 times already. So, in any case, thank you guys for watching. You have the crit going up. Thank you, Zatanna. You have the shields going up. Thank you. And then you have all this stuff being blocked. Awesome. And then Oceanmaster goes off. And I think there was more than 4 blocks there, which means that attack is going up probably pretty close to 30%, especially after he does his second attack. There's a retaliation from Bloodsport because he does that too when things are blocked. Like that. And now every time it should be, not every time, but every time. I want Bloodsport to be going off with his the right tool for the job. So his advanced attack should, double jeopardy, 1 time. But it should be that There's a lot of blocks going on. He's using his advanced attack more than his basic. Oceanmaster's just countering the hell out of everything. That is the case for this. Boom, boom, boom. Absolutely awesome. I'm not gonna make you guys watch through all of this, but they win. Spoiler alert. And I think Flash is gonna go at it again. Now here's the other part of it. You see how the weekend? When he does actually take his turn, you'll see that he's hitting for virtually no damage at all. Like, they are healthy, and it's not because that was an awesome crit shot from Bloodsport. They are virtually no damage right now, and that's not because the Kid Flash just heals. They can't hit us. They can't do anything. We're gonna block their attacks, and on top of that, they're weakened. So he's doing 5k damage on my Nightwing. Nope. Nope. I love the block team. Me loving the block team so much might actually have me thinking about doing Constantine. But we won't talk about that in this video. We'll do that in another one. So, thank you guys for watching all the way through. See you guys next time.